All right, so I have a question for you, and that question is, are you wondering how you can start your very own childcare business and how to have a step-by-step plan that ensures you understand the funding aspects of starting a childcare business, to licensing, to even how to market your brand new childcare business? Then I want you to stay tuned, because I have a step-by-step plan, and I'm going to share with you how to ensure that not only you start a childcare business, but also how to ensure profitability and how to be successful at starting your very own childcare business. So stay tuned. Hi, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I am so excited for you to be here. My name is Ashley Benz of AshleyBenz.com. I'm the founder and creator of Childcare Business Executive Tools, and I work with hundreds of childcare owners and aspiring childcare owners to be, and I teach them how to start their childcare businesses and also how to automate their childcare business. And so if you are trying to get into the childcare business industry, you have a dream and passion to open up your own very own childcare business, then I have a step-by-step plan that helps you lay the right foundation. And today I'm going to cover with you exactly how that plan works. So before we jump in, go ahead and grab you something to sip on. So this is what we do around here at Childcare Business Executive Tools. We get ourselves comfortable. This is your time to invest in your future and to invest in the knowledge of running a successful childcare business. So what qualifies me to do this is that I actually owned, operated, ran, and directed a childcare center for 10 years. And I'm going to get into a little bit about my background and actually how I even got into all this. But before we do that, I need for you to do two things for me. And that is, if you are not a subscriber to this channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And while you're at it, go ahead and hit that bell so that you're notified of whenever I post up videos. Also, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button, and then that way that lets me know that you like the video and also that you're excited to be here and you're excited to learn about actually having a step-by-step plan on starting your very own childcare business. All right, so let's go ahead and dive right in. Now, for those of you who are not new to me and you've been hanging around the Childcare Business Executive Tools YouTube channel here for quite some time, you might remember my video back in 2016 where I went over this, how to start a childcare business. And yes, it is the one with all the ums. However, today I'm going to update that video and give you the most latest and greatest plan on, or step-by-step plan on how to actually start your childcare business. Okay, so there was a backstory behind what was going on with that video, you guys, but I was brand new to YouTube. I was a little bit nervous, I would say, but most importantly, what was going on in the background is I had an 8-month-old at the time, and she was in the background, and she's with her dad, but she was crying for mama. So any moms know, when you have your baby crying for you, it's just like, okay, you just can't focus. So anyway, I'm glad that you're here, and I'm super excited to share this with you today. So let me give you a little bit of my backstory on how I even got into all this. So I actually started in childcare, and actually started in high school. But long story short, I worked with previous childcare businesses prior to me opening my own. And that's kind of what led me into even wanting to open my own childcare business, because there was a lack of quality and there was a lack of management. And so I love teaching children. I still to this day love teaching children. I love doing lesson plans and all those good things. And so back in 2005, I was 21 at the time, and I came home to my mom. I was still living at home. And so anyway, I asked my parents, I was like, hey, listen, can we use this back room here? Back in the day, it was called a den. Now they're called bonus rooms. Anyway, it was a room in the house that we were actually not using. And so my parents allowed me to start my childcare business in one room. I started out with 3 children. They were 3 children from church. And then it just kind of grew from there. And so in 2005, I actually started my childcare business. It was called Ashley Angels Childcare. And then by 2007, I had a licensed childcare business and center. So that is my journey. And as far as the actual starting of it, it was a lot to it, okay? And there was a lot of unknowns, a lot of things that I had to do that I was not aware of. One of those things was I actually had to go down to the city council and basically go in front of all of the commissioners, and I had to kind of state my case as to why we needed a child care business in that specific location in the area that I was going to be starting it in. So it was just a lot of stuff that I just was not aware of. I was young at the time. And it was definitely a journey, but I was young and I was a go-getter, and I was just like, you know what, whatever it takes, I'm gonna do it. I'm not afraid of the red tape. Listen, we will figure this out. So so that's what I did. So basically then from that point on, I ran a child care business, and then actually did it for 10 years. And then after we had our daughter Nova, we decided to go ahead and close it down after 10 years of running the business. And in 2016, I actually started this YouTube channel. And then from there, now I have an actual, online business that teaches all these things about starting your childcare business and how to automate your childcare business and run one successfully. So it has been an amazing journey, and I just have to give the glory to God for just giving me this platform to be here to help people like you. So that's a little bit of background about me if you are new to me. And so let's go ahead and get into this step-by-step plan. The key to starting a successful childcare business is laying the right foundation. And that is for any business that you're going to start. And so, yes, it was a bumpy road for me. It was a very challenging road. But if I would have had someone to show me like how to actually lay the right foundation, obviously I would have had a better experience. Okay. And so my goal for you is to have a better experience than I did, and to actually learn from my mistakes and failures, and actually, enjoy starting your childcare business, operating it, and running it successfully. So right now, this is kind of where you're at, and I'm gonna take myself back there because I remember being there. But you have this dream of starting your childcare business, and I have talked with several of you all. Some of you all have been trying to start for years. Like, this has been something that you've really been wanting to do, and you just seem like you cannot get there. Okay. And if you guys see me looking down, I am looking at my notes here. That is a normal thing around here. So if you're new to me, that's what we do here. I have to have notes, because if I don't have notes, we will be down a rabbit hole of all kinds of discussions about childcare business. So, and I don't want to take you down that rabbit hole today. But the thing is that like you're so confused on where to begin. And a lot of people will say, oh, well, you can find anything out on Google, you can YouTube things, and that is so true. But having to compile all of that information that you're receiving from different articles and websites and videos, it is very daunting, and it's confusing, because although you have all this information, you don't know like how to actually piece it all together to make it make sense to actually get you to having a licensed childcare business. So I get it. Now, when I started, there wasn't a lot of information. I was back in like 2005. So the internet wasn't like it is today. And so there wasn't a lot of information there, which in some ways I feel like was a little bit of an advantage to me, because, I didn't have a lot of what I like to call information overload. And so, but right now that's what you're dealing a lot with. You're also confused as to how much money is needed to start your childcare business. You are confused on the square footage, how much space do I need? If you're trying to start one in your home, you're confused about that process. I've had a lot of questions about, HOA issues and landlords, and just a lot of questions, you guys. Over the last 4 years, I've been doing this and helping childcare owners to be. And so really, honestly, this is what's stopping you from being able to move forward, is because you don't feel like you have an actual, okay, this is what step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. And I get that, right? I think with anything that we do in life, having a clear path and instructions gives us the confidence that we need to actually start moving, right? So that is kind of where you are at. And so let me go ahead and let me go ahead and kind of break down to you the key components to a successful launch of a childcare business. And there are 6 things that you have to have in place if you are going to be successful at launching your childcare business. And this it doesn't matter whether you're starting in your home or a center. Okay, so let's go over these 6 together. The first one is funding. And so basically, Before you do anything, you need to make sure that you understand how you are going to fund your childcare business, okay? And the question is how much, right? Now, here's the thing about it. I'm going to go over the 6 key components we need today. There is no way that I will be able to go over every single detailed piece of the 6 components, but I will explain to you here in a few minutes when we are finished how you can dive deeper into my step-by-step plan and how you can gain more information from me on how to really, get into this. But funding is going to be number one, okay? And the one thing I always teach, people that I work with and my clients is that here's the deal about it, okay? You don't want to start a childcare business and not have enough funding in the beginning stages and then run out. Because here's the thing about it. Starting a childcare business is no different than having a child. And so if you have a child or, we all know that children are going to need money. And it seems like the older they get, the more they need, the things that they get in. And so starting your childcare business is no different. You're going to need funding. And the thing that I don't want to happen to you is that because you don't understand how much you need, you end up running out. And then that's when you see a lot of businesses closing down, okay? Childcare businesses. So funding is the first part of it, okay? How much money do you need? The second key component is profitability. And so this is one that a lot of people will kind of skip over because, and I was one of those people as well. I did not even go this way. Like I just completely just went straight in, head first. I didn't really have a good plan or anything like that. And so profitability is definitely your second key component. It's one thing to get your childcare business up and running, but it's another thing to actually have to be profitable. And if you are not running a profitable childcare business, then what you're going to end up having is just an expensive hobby, okay? And I don't want that for you, right? The third key component is licensing. So it doesn't matter where you're located at, but you will have to be licensed by your state or province or wherever that you're located at. I have worked with people all over the world, you guys, and it's the same thing anywhere you go, okay? I've worked with people in the Caribbeans, obviously all over the United States, Ireland. It doesn't matter where you are located at. You will have to go through government, some form of government. Here in the States, it's childcare licensing. In other, different locations of the world, they call it something different, but it's the same thing. It's rules, okay? And so licensing, and so, and you have to actually have this done before you can actually open. So that's another thing that a lot of people don't know. You have to have everything set up. When they come in, they need to see that your center, that your home, that your facility is ready to receive children. So meaning that when they leave your door, you should be able right then and there to accept children. So your furniture has to be set up. The whole 9 yards, okay? So licensing is the third key component. The fourth key component is lesson planning and daily activities. So one other part of licensing is that they are going to require you to have a lesson plan and a daily activity schedule, and they're going to see that stuff, okay? So we're kind of not, these days and times, you guys, we're in a society where children have to be taught. The days are over where you can come in and babysit and have some little mediocre little childcare babysitting service, okay? If you're going to be starting a childcare business and a successful one at that, and you're going to be licensed doing it, you will have to have lesson planning and daily activity schedule, and that is the fourth key component, okay? The fifth key component is legal and entity setup. So this is another thing that a lot of people want to skip over, but you are running a business, okay? Whether you see that or not, but you're running a business. Again, a lot of the times, what a lot of people see, especially those that are passionate, is we just see all we have is a picture of the kids at the table doing arts and craft. We're teaching them, they're learning. That's all that we see. But you're running an actual business, and that means that you need to have legal and entity components of your business to make sure that things are set up properly. And so again, you must be legally doing this, right? So you cannot be running a childcare business babysitting children or anything like that and not be licensed, okay? If you're doing that, then you need to stop doing that right now and you need to become licensed, okay? And I'm here to help you do that. And then the sixth key component is marketing. And so this is another piece because I see this happen all the time, but people will actually go through the licensing, they'll go through funding, they figure all those things out, and then they don't know how to market their childcare business, right? What's the point of actually going through all of that work, okay, all of that hard work, and then not even know how to even get your first enrollment in, okay? So again, the 6 components are funding, profitability, licensing, lesson planning and daily activities, legal and entity setup, and marketing, okay? And so the key to starting any kind of business is, again, you have to lay the right foundation, okay? That foundation has to be laid right. If you lay it on, rocky ground, you're going to have a rocky journey, and that journey might end up just being that you end up shutting down. And I see that happen all the time, you guys, okay? So don't be naive to think that you can just do this and it's just you're going to figure it out on the way. You will figure it out, but you might actually figure out that, hey, I've done this so wrong that I'm going to have to close it down, okay? If you are wanting to really do this right, the plan that I have is going to help you get across the road, so to speak, okay? So you're here and, this is the over the years where you want to be at. And so, the plan that I have is going to be able to help you cross the road successfully. It is the only plan, I will tell you this, it's the only plan on the market that goes in depth and is thorough. Okay, and you can already tell if you're new to me, you already know, here I am, I'm explaining, I'm breaking this down to you the way that it should be broken down, okay? And the thing is that you can read books to start a childcare business, you can, again, go and compile a bunch of information, but this is a process, okay? It is a process, and that process needs to be broken down to you. And if you've been trying to find books or even I've had, people even tell me, oh, well, I have a friend of mine that owns a childcare business and, she said or he said he's going to help me and all this kind of stuff. Well, listen, if they cannot help you break it down and break down the step-by-step process, you're going to find yourself, again, right where you are right now, confused, okay? And another thing that's different about my step-by-step plan is that it does offer an accountability feature. So I am really big on making sure to hold people accountable, okay, in the best way that I can. And so my step-by-step plan will actually, there's a feature that allows you to that holds you accountable, okay, and you can check in and do those kind of things. So I want you guys to listen to Angela. Angela is a good friend of mine, and she followed my step-by-step plan. And so I want you to hear what she has to say about my How to Get Started Academy.
Hi Ashley, this is Angela Brazil with Little Scholars here in Fairfield, California. Before enrolling in your course, I do have some experience with childcare. I have been with Head Start for a number of years, and then before that I was at 2 other different daycares. And with all of that combined, I have finally started my own childcare in 2020. Last week was my first week, and after enrolling in your course, I have learned so much, and I am so thankful for it. For all your videos and your knowledge and your professionalism, it has brought me to where I am now. Thank you so much. After all of that, after taking your courses, I am finally licensed and I am now open. So for those of you who are looking into childcare and wanting to open, please, please, please take Ashley Binn's course. It will help you tremendously. It will help you in all aspects. Even if you think you know everything about it, trust me, there is so much behind it that you'll get so much out of it. You'll get the foundation out of it. You'll learn the business side out of it. You'll learn how to market. You'll learn how to do everything that you need for your own childcare. I have been doing this for 10 years, and even still, I've learned so much information on Ashley Binn's childcare success tools. And if you take the course, trust me, you'll get so much out of it. You'll never regret it.
So Angela, she enrolled in my How to Get Started Academy, and me and her have become really good friends. And so I'm just so proud of her, you guys, because she is doing so good right now. And I'm just so blessed to have been able to meet Angela through my step-by-step plan. So, okay, here's the deal, because now we're at a crossroads, right? And now you've gotten this information, and you're probably sitting here, you're probably wondering, I'm so excited about this. Okay, I get that all the time in the comments. People will say, "Oh, I'm so excited. Yay." So first of all, if you are excited, leave down in the comments how excited you are about this information. But now we have to start doing something, right? Like now you have to, if you really want to do this, you've got to just start doing it. Okay. But the thing is that you have to be at a level where you're tired of doing the research, of dealing with the learning curve, of trying to compile all this information from Google and YouTube videos and friends or people that say they're going to help you, okay? And so if you're tired of doing that and being confused, not understanding how to fund your childcare business dream if you don't have the money. So yes, I work with people as well that if they don't have the money and you want to kind of start on a lower end budget, you can do that, okay? If you're tired of being intimidated with licensing and all the red tape, because I get it, it is intimidating. You're dealing with the government. So absolutely, is that intimidating if you've never dealt with that before? And if you are tired of continuing to set on your dream of becoming a licensed child care provider, a licensed child care owner, becoming a owner of your very own child care center or facility, then this is what I need for you to do. Because what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to sit here and give you this information and then don't tell you how to dive deeper into it if this has resonated with you. So down below this video is going to be 2 links, okay? The first link is for someone, so you're either going to be in one of these 2 locations, okay? After hearing all the information that you've heard right now today in this video. You are going to be in the research phase, and that's okay if you're still trying to research and you're still trying to figure out, okay, is this something I really, really want to do, okay? And so if that is you, then I need for you to go ahead down below the video in the description box. There is a link down below. And there is a link to my How to Get Started Roadmap Guide, okay? It's a free download, and along with the download is an actual video where I actually walk you through the roadmap. So it's an actual roadmap, and I go through everything with you on how to start your child care business, okay? People that download this and that actually, go through the video training, they get their most burning questions answered. So I know you probably do have more questions, and that is the place to go if you are still in that research phase and you just still like, okay, do I really want to do this? Am I ready? Am I not? And let me just say this, you are ready. Okay, there's never going to be a right time to do this, right? It's just not, okay? And I'm going to explain to you here in a minute why I say this. So that's for you. Now, if you are somebody and you're like, I've been looking for something like this. This is exactly what I need. I'm so glad I stumbled upon this video. We are ready. Like we are ready to go. Then I want you to click on the link down below where you can look at the program details of my How to Get Started Academy, okay? My How to Get Started Academy is where I teach you in depth the step-by-step plan of how to start your childcare business, okay? And so that link is down below. When you click on that link, you're going to get information about the program and all that good stuff and how to enroll if you decide that you're ready to do that, okay? Now, here's the last thing I want to say to you guys, okay, before I hop off here. One of the things, again, I get all the time is this a good time to start my childcare business? Am I ready? So here is the deal. Do you guys remember that video that I did back in 2016? Okay, the one again with all the ums. Let's go ahead and take a little peep at that real quick again. Hey there, welcome to Child Care Success Tools. My name is Ashley Benz. I am your Child Care Success Coach and instructor, and I am so happy to have you here today. If you are wanting to open up your own child care program and you struggle with how to get started, you are definitely in the right place. Okay, listen. Now you can tell there's a big difference between me then and me now, right? Like then I seemed a little bit more timid. Now, y'all, this is my platform. So I'm comfortable. This is my home here. I'm comfortable here. I know what I'm doing. But here's the thing about it. If I would have said, well, you know what? I'm just not ready to do the video. I've got my eight-month-old back in the background, you guys. She's needing me, and my husband was back there. It was like a quick thing. If I would have went through my head or my mind and just would have been saying, oh, well, I'm just not ready. This is not a good time. You guys, I would not be here today. You and I would not be here today, right? Now that video was done in 2016. And so, it just goes to show you that you can start. Okay. There's never going to be a good time. There's always going to be something that's going to be in the way of you doing this. Okay. And so I want my video, my 2016 video back in the day where I was doing all the and this video today to show you and to set the example, just start. Okay. The hardest part is starting, but just do it. Okay. And I am here to help you. I just gave you 2 links with 2 resources that can help you. Okay. So I am so excited for you to be here. Again, thank you so much. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you liked everything here. Be sure that you subscribe to the channel so that you are notified. Oh, and hit the bell so that you're notified whenever I post up these videos. And I am looking forward to helping you in any way that I can. You've got this. I'm ready to help you. I have helped hundreds of owners and aspiring childcare owners to be able to do this. Angela is living proof that it can be done. And so I am super excited for you. But now it is your turn to figure out what you're going to do. So click those links down below. And I hope to see you over on the other side inside of the How to Get Started Childcare Business Academy. Thanks for joining. Bye.